we will be talking about Shloka 42, and before that, we'll be praying to Krishna to give the wisdom and intelligence to understand his Gita. So we were talking about last week that the Gita was how the Arjun is behaving and how he's putting the women of the family down and how he's describing everything. So today's Shloka 42 is the extension of the same thing. So the meaning of Shloka 42 is a mixture of caste leads the family towards destroy. Also, the destroyer of a family send everyone to hell. Deprive of the ritual offering of rice ball and water, the men of their family also have downfall. So again, we can see that Arjun is becoming like adding more and more things to his thought. Like last week, he said that the women's will become corrupt of the family if the men's are not there. Now he's saying, so first point he said about the social thing, the women of the family will become corrupt. Now he's saying, now he's being attached to the culture, to the ritual. And he's saying that who will offer the rice ball and water to the men of the family, and the men of the family will have downfall. So you remember during the Pitr Paksh and all, they offer rice balls and water to the family, the people who are not here, to our ancestors. So he's talking about that. So Arjun is having a cultural problem. Arjun is having a physical problem before. His body was shaking. Now we can see that how Arjun is showing superstition in him. So he has a problem of superstition also, that who will do these things, or these rituals are very important, we have to do that. So this whenever we see, if a person is physically weak, we will see that he is tied up with the culturally weak. Then we'll see that he's tied up with the superstition. So weak people have all these things tied together, right? There are rituals. We all follow rituals. We all do pujas and everything. But there should be no superstition attached to it. Any meditation, any yoga, hatha yoga, pranayam, any puja, any rituals, these all things are path to go towards the supreme. They are not the destination. They are just the path. So we should not get attached too much to our path. We should not get attached to any of these things too much. If there is a need to leave any of these things and go forward, we should always focus on going forward. But Arjun is here tied with all these things that, okay, I cannot leave. And think about the Krishna, how Krishna is going to answer all these things for Arjun. Still, he's just listening. And now Krishna is seeing that Arjun's mind is so superstitious also. So Krishna was thinking that how I'm going to break so many things in this person. Now Arjun is saying that the offsprings of intermixture caste marriage are not religious minded and do not participate in righteousness and rituals because they themselves are the product of the person without virtue. Again, he's targeting the women. Because before in Shloka, he was talking about the women are corrupted. Now he's saying that the kids will not do anything according to religion because they don't have virtue, because the women of the families are corrupted. So again, he's targeting the women of the family. So he's attaching everything. He's supporting his very low argument. He's supporting it that, okay, if the women are not good, the kids will be not good, then who will follow the rituals? Just attaching all the things. So if we see more deeply, we'll see here, the Arjun's problem is like attachment. He's too attached to everything, to himself, to the family, to the culture. Because of the attachment, he became superstitious. Now, anybody can look inside. We all can look inside ourselves and see that are we superstitious? Because our religion, our Vedas, never ask us to become superstitious. So, if we are having any kind of superstition feeling inside us, we can check that where the attachment is there, and from where it is coming inside us. So Arjun is like just worried for dharma. He doesn't even know what dharma is. So he is just thinking that if the rice ball and waters are not offered to ancestors, they will be not happy in the heaven or hell wherever they are living. So all kind of misguided things are there in his mind. So he's saying that if the person of same caste are getting married, then everything will be good. Many times we have seen that people go to marry in their caste, arranged marriages are happening. Everything is according to culture or religion, whatever says. After that, also, the two people in that marriage are not happy. Two people in any relationship will be happy only if the conscious level is high. The culture and the physical and the body things will never make you totally happy. Only if the consciousness is very high and of the same level, two-person can live together very happily. Even in our Upanishad and Vedas, it has always said that only when you are sitting with very high conscious people, those moments are considered as heaven. But Arjun is not remembering all these things. He's just talking about that, okay. He's just continuously talking about the downfall and the body related thing. So he just forgot consciousness. He just forgot the Chetana, that there is something called consciousness. Only body, culture, religion, and superstition. So many things we can see in Arjun's character, which things we can see today also in many people. Now it comes Shloka 43. Shloka 42 was there, now Shloka 43. So the meaning of 43 is age-long traditions and family custom of the destroyer of a family get eradicated because of their intermixture created by bad deeds. They are destroyer of the clan. Again, the intermixture means here and bad deeds means the women of the family are um, having relationship with different caste of people, and they are having the intermixture, like mixture of two things, that kind of kids. And these kind of kids will be the destroyer of the clan. So again, we can see that he's just talking about the same thing in different shlokas. So we can see here that Arjuna is more concerned about the dharma of the caste or religion or family. He's just worried about these things. He's so much worried that he is thinking that these kind of relationship will destroy the entire family. So now let's try to understand Arjuna here. What kind of thing are there in the Arjun? Okay, so the first point which I figured out, because he's talking about the rice ball and water. So rice and water is given to the souls. It is considered that we are giving to the souls who have migrated, who are dead, right? So first thing, that this superstition that you are feeding the souls, this is the number one. I want you guys to write it down. There are 6 things we can see in Arjuna's behavior. So first is that he is considering too much on migration of personal soul. Then second thing is caste system. He is again and again talking about the caste system. Then third one is patriarchal mindset, that there should be man in the family. If the man is not there, how will the family things will happen? So this was the third one. Then fourth one is ritualism. So Arjun is too much ritualistic. When you become too much ritualistic, you are just dancing in between that. You will not be able to go forward and experience anything else. Then fifth one is superstition. So we saw that how superstition. And the sixth one is wrong kind of family system. He's saying that the clan will be destroyed and everything will be bad. So these are the six things we just saw in Arjun. That is the Arjuna's personality before Gita. He is a typical man, a very ordinary man. Now, here we can say that he was very powerful, he was physically very fit, he was a warrior, but at the mind level, at the wisdom, intelligent level, these things were his main things. And Krishna has to answer like all these things. Krishna has to remove all these bad things from the Arjuna. Many people, we all think like that many times. So these points are not good. Now we can see how the family system is combined with the caste system. Basically in India, right? Many times the family is combined with caste, religion, rituals, and then superstition. In all the families, these kind of things are. So many times, learned people means very highly conscious people, they distance themselves from all kind of rituals and they say that I am atheist. I don't want to, do worship. I don't want to follow any kind of rituals because they see that these all things are mixed together and they are creating a superstition. Many times we see that many learned people, many good people, saint, they became sannyasi. They take sannyas. They take sannyas because they see all kind of downfall in the religion happening. And then they decide that I am not going to be part of all this. I have to distance myself. So many people becoming atheist, many people becoming sannyasi because they understand these all drama, that what all is going on and where it is taking us. So nowadays also we see many people becoming atheist. So we can understand why people are becoming atheist because of these kind of rituals. So till now, if we look at Arjuna, Arjuna did not have any kind of self-knowledge. He was a social person, cultural person, warrior, everything was perfect, but he had lack of self-knowledge. The self-knowledge means Atmagyan or Brahmagyan. He didn't have that. So he was dealing only the level of the body and the mind. He didn't go to upper levels. So now Krishna has to change him entirely and give him the self-knowledge so he can understand what he's saying. Is it right or is it wrong? So many times we see that if any of the saint or if anyone is talking about self-knowledge, everyone start opposing them. In all tradition, all religion, all the saints and prophets, initially people used to oppose them. Because we all are so much tied with these six things in our life, we don't want to leave these six things and move ahead. That's why we oppose. Many times what happens when the saint or prophets are there, we will be opposing them. And when they die or when they move on, after that we remember them and we try to remember their teaching. So this is the problem was at Arjuna's time, and this problem is same as today's time. So now the next shloka is shloka 44. The meaning of this shloka is, we have heard, O Janardhana, that men who have lost their family tradition dwell in hell for an infinite period of time. Now he's telling to Krishna that we have heard, right? that if the family lost their tradition, they all go to hell. So he has heard, but there is no fact check. He did not check any fact. Somebody told him, he heard, and he is saying that the tradition will be everybody will go to hell. And in this one, we can see the Krishna talking, like he's talking the same to Krishna about tradition, about rituals, how they are not done properly, what will happen. And Krishna is just still listening to him, listening that how superstitious he is, and maybe planning inside that what he has to do to move Arjun from all this and make him a better person. So Krishna did not say anything. And this was a small one. Now the shloka 45. Now it's when he's saying that in this shloka, Arjun used a word aho. In Sanskrit, aho means like very surprised. So he's like behaving like that. He's very surprised. And he's saying that bad people get enjoyment or feel enjoyment in killing their own family members or torturing different people. So he's talking about Duryodhana. And he's very surprised that Duryodhana, like he's showing that I'm very surprised that Duryodhana is and his friends and his companions are like pure villains. They are guarded by greed. They are not on the right path. That's why they are prepared for the war. From inside, they all want to war because they are not good people. So he's saying like that to Krishna. And then in the second line of the shloka, he's telling to the Krishna that people who are associated with him, with Arjun, they know that what is right and what is wrong. They all are on righteousness and they are not going to fight their family members and they don't want to kill their family members. And he's saying that Duryodhana is such a ignorant man because he wants to kill everyone. And killing your own family member is a sin. So now in this shloka, we can see that how Arjun is thinking. Who is he to decide that what is right and what is wrong? He is still working from his body level, physical level. Intellectually, he's not thinking anything. And at that time, how can he decide something that who is right and who is wrong? So many times we all do that. Many times we behave like that. We, on our limited knowledge, we decide that what is right and what is wrong. So he's saying that I don't want to do this war because I don't want to have sin in my life or in my karma. I know the horrifying consequences. Whenever the greed comes, it overpower everything and the person can do anything. They can harm their own family member. And he's telling to Krishna that I am not like that. I am not a greedy person. I will never do the war. I don't want the kingdom. I don't want the wealth. So he is declaring himself that a very clean and religious and good person, and Duryodhan is not a good person. So in daily life also we see that the greed is the main cause of all kind of sin. We become greedy and to fulfill our desire, we start doing things which are not right. So he's just saying that Duryodhan is greedy and he wants more wealth and kingdom. So I am not like that. I am better than him. So this was Shloka 45. Any question in this one? Shloka 46. Now, the meaning of Shloka 46 is, it would indeed be better for me if the son of Dhritarashtra, armed with the weapons, kill me in the battle with me while I will be unarmed and unresisted. So now, to support his decision of not doing war, he is ready to die. He's saying that let me go without arm. I won't resist. Let Dhritarashtra's sons, let them kill me. So this kind of behavior shows a lot of ego. Many times people behave like that. If things are not working according to them, they will say that, okay, I will die and I will kill myself. So same thing he's saying, that I will kill myself. These things happen. We also say many times that if things are not according to me, I will go and suicide, or I don't want to live. The same thing he's showing. He has become so weak from inside that he's not able to think properly. So a greedy man talks about a subject, how the subject affects a greedy man. Now we can see that Arjuna is possessed by extreme passion. Now he is talking about the sadness. Remember, 2-3 week back when we were doing Geeta, we talked about the passion. The passion creates anxiety and stress and sadness. So same thing we are seeing here. Because he is extremely passionate about not fighting. He has a lot of love inside him for his family. He doesn't want to kill anyone. And that passion is making him sad. And for the sadness, we know how we become sad. It doesn't happen in one day, right? Small, small things are accumulated in our subconscious mind. And when it becomes very big, suddenly we become sad, or we start crying, or we go into depression. So many times, I remember when we were talking about one day about the thoughts and depression and these things, I described it very well, that small, small things happen unconsciously. These things are registered in our mind. And then suddenly, when it is too big, we start crying, we become stressed, or we become depressed. It doesn't happen in one day or by one thing. It doesn't happen like that. So Arjun has a big baggage inside him. And now it is like full. So with this full baggage, he's so depressed that he's ready to die. That, okay, I will not live. I'm going to suicide myself. And that's it. I'm not going to fight anymore. So it is at this point, Arjun is working on the mind-based. Just mind-based, just emotional. Very emotional people who are very emotional, they say that they will die, they will suicide, they all do these kind of things. The same thing Arjun is doing. Now, when we see this argument of Arjun, many people will be there who will be supporting it. Like in us, many people between us also must be thinking, what wrong Arjun is doing? He is doing the right thing. He doesn't want to kill his family members. And he's doing the right thing. But nobody will go beyond and see why Arjun is behaving like that. Because the people in front of him were not the good people. Arjun is full of so much love and attachment for the people or worldly things around him that he is not understanding Krishna at all. Most of the worldly people will support Arjun here. That whatever is Arjun doing, he's doing the good thing. We should not kill people. We should not have a war. Now, when the Krishna will start speaking in the second chapter, then he will start breaking all the things of Krishna, Arjun. That why are you thinking? Why are you not able to see the right thing? So much love in front of your eyes, so much emotions that you cannot see the right and wrong. What should we do? What should we not do? So many times people think that the Lord Krishna was the person who told Arjun to do war. No, Lord Krishna never told him to go and do the war. Lord Krishna gave him self-knowledge. When we have the self-knowledge, we can decide that what is right and what is wrong. We won't be influenced by anyone. Even we won't be influenced by the God also. So Krishna will be taking Arjun towards the self-knowledge. That okay, have the self-knowledge, and then you decide what is right and what is wrong. And then Arjun will just do his duty. At that time, when this Mahabharata war happened, it was just Arjun was doing his duty. It was just Nishkam Karma Yoga. What was in front of him, he was just doing that. He was not thinking about any kind of result.